Picture this: minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures so brutal that German weapons froze solid. Nazi soldiers wrapped in summer uniforms, their fingers blackening with frostbite. And through the swirling snow, endless waves of Soviet troops emerging like ghosts, their white camouflage making them nearly invisible in the blinding winter landscape. Welcome to Moscow, December 1941, where Hitler's seeming invincibility finally shattered against Soviet iron. But here's the twist that history books often miss. Moscow's salvation began with what looked like total disaster. In October 1941, the Wehrmacht had steamrolled to within sight of the Kremlin's golden domes. Soviet citizens could hear German artillery in the distance. Stalin himself had evacuated the government. Though he remained, some say he had a train waiting day and regular basis, ready for a final escape. The stakes? Nothing less than the survival of the Soviet Union, and quite possibly the entire Allied cause. Had Moscow fallen, Stalin's government might have collapsed, giving Hitler control of Russia's vast resources and manpower. The entire course of World War II hung in the balance. What happened next reads like a Hollywood script, but with consequences that would reshape our world. While German commanders begged Hitler to let them withdraw to better winter positions, the Führer's infamous "not one step back" order kept them frozen in place, literally. Meanwhile, Soviet intelligence officer Richard Sorge, operating from Tokyo, provided Stalin with crucial information. Japan would not attack the USSR from the east. This allowed Stalin to transfer hundreds of thousands of fresh troops from Siberia to Moscow's defense. But here's the deadly secret that turned the tide. These Siberian troops weren't just any soldiers. They were specially equipped for winter warfare, experts in fighting in temperatures that turned German oil to sludge and froze their enemies' eyelids shut. While Wehrmacht soldiers huddled around fires, Soviet ski troops conducted lightning raids, appearing and disappearing like deadly phantoms in the White Wasteland. On December 5, 1941, the counterstroke fell. General Georgy Zhukov unleashed Operation Mars, a massive counteroffensive that caught the Germans completely off guard. The timing was impeccable, just 2 days before Pearl Harbor would bring America into the war, though neither side knew it yet. The result? The first major German defeat of World War II. Hitler's armies were pushed back up to 150 miles from Moscow, shattering the myth of Nazi invincibility. The psychological impact was enormous. For the first time, the world saw that the Wehrmacht could be beaten. Here's the ultimate irony. The same harsh Russian winter that had defeated Napoleon 129 years earlier proved decisive once again. But this time, the Soviets had learned to weaponize their climate, turning General Winter into their most powerful ally. The Battle of Moscow marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany, though the war would rage on for 3 more bloody years. It proved that Hitler's war machine wasn't invincible, that superior technology could be defeated by determination, preparation, and the clever use of natural advantages. Most importantly, it showed that sometimes the darkest hour truly does come just before the dawn. This pivotal moment would reshape the global order, setting the stage for the Cold War and the world we know today. In the end, Moscow 1941 wasn't just a battle. It was the moment when the course of history itself hung in the balance, and the fate of millions was decided in the howling winds of a Russian winter. As the snow melted in spring 1942, it washed away more than just the bloodstains around Moscow. It erased Hitler's dreams of global domination. The echoes of those frozen battles still resonate today, reminding us that armies can be broken not just by bullets and bombs, but by the savage bite of winter and the iron will of a desperate defender. Perhaps the greatest lesson of Moscow 1941 remains this chilling truth. When humanity's darkest powers meet nature's harshest fury, the outcome can reshape not just maps, but the very arc of civilization itself.